exploring the theme of not being good enough. Oh, this is a good one, isn't it? You know, all these memes. Is that what they're called? Oh dear. You know, you are good enough and all this kind of stuff. It's not quite true, is it? Because sometimes the harsh reality is sometimes you're not good enough. And that's sort of a difficult one, isn't it? Difficult one to deal with. But is the truth. Oh, go away. Busy, busy bee. I love you, bee, but not in my head. Yeah, so sometimes you're not good enough. What you do is not good enough. And therefore you're not getting the results you want or the outcomes you want. And you've got to think about it, that you've got to try and spend time in that space of like, well, what's going wrong? I just leant on a gate there and it nearly went over. This gate is not good enough. So, yeah, you've got to spend time to really have an honest chat about what's going on. Sometimes it's a chat with a coach, sometimes it's a chat with a friend, a mentor, somebody. And it could be an awkward chat, it could be a horrible conversation, because you could find out, you know what, you've just not got it. You've not got what it takes, whatever you're trying to do. Or it's just a misalignment, or, you know, there's something you're just missing and it's not going to happen. So I think this thing about good enough, you've got to embrace that sometimes you're not good enough. And rejection kind of comes into that space, you know, rejection comes into that space where things aren't happening, you're getting rejected, you're feeling down. And we can kind of talk about rejection through, well, it's a redirection, you know, it means that this wasn't right today, but go and find your right, you know, go and find out, well, what was your right? Where do you fit? Where are you wanted? Where will it all come together for you? And that is part of being, it's just, sometimes it just doesn't happen, you know, whatever it is. You know, like these X Factor, you know, no amount of coaching or mindset work or anything is going to help them become this singer that they think they want to be, because they haven't got it. And so the kindest thing that someone can do is say that, you know, stop it. Now, they can choose whether to listen or whether to ignore it and keep going. I mean, we all know there's a lot of singers that don't have that talent, but they just keep going anyway. But I think you kind of also a lot of singers who, you know, just get down because they don't have the X Factor. Anyway, I'm glad that this is the Rambling Mind, because I don't know where I'm going with these thoughts. It's just what I'm thinking today, I'm rambling about. But yeah, sometimes we're not good enough and we have to do more work on something, or we have to accept that something isn't going to be. Or we have to get even more determined and find a way around it. But just knowing a bit more information and getting a bit more aware of that, rather than just this thing of like, yeah, you are good enough. You might not be. I think I've said that enough times now. As usual, I would like to hear your thoughts on this. I just ramble, and then I just almost kind of need someone else. I need other people to kind of give your take, build on it, build on this conversation, because I'm curious about the take on it. So, yeah, right. It's all gone very quiet in the wood today. If you go down in the woods today, there is definitely no surprises. It's just really quiet.